Some tension in the air today as supporters and opponents of legislation to allow people in the state to carry concealed weapons spoke out.
A Senate committee held a public hearing in Wausau, and that whole process gives lawmakers a chance to gauge where the public stands on two different Republican-backed proposals. Fox 11's Laura Smith was at the hearing and has our balanced coverage tonight.
Around 100 people showed up for the start of a public hearing on carrying concealed weapons. Of the Republican proposals, one would require a background check and license to conceal and carry. The other would allow anyone who can legally own a gun. Neither requires training. Republican State Senator Pam Galloway is a sponsor of the proposals.
We have law-abiding citizens who wish to carry them for self-defense. And I think that people in the state of Wisconsin are very responsible people.
Dominic Ferraro, a police chief and firearms trainer from Marquette County, says the legislation has been a long time coming.
You're going to see the crime rate go down. It's a common sense issue again. If you're a bad guy and you're going to rape, mug, or otherwise harm an innocent victim, you now will have to think twice if that person is carrying a firearm.
Democratic State Senator Fred Risser questioned Ferraro on his stance.
There's some people out there that are just not very good people. They're just mentally... How are you going to keep guns out of their hands?
Just by allowing somebody to carry a concealed weapon doesn't necessarily make it easier for them to commit their crime. Because if you're willing to commit murder, you're certainly not going to be concerned at all about violating a concealed carry law.
John Spiegelhoff of Merrill felt differently about the public safety aspect. He spoke out against the legislation.
I don't believe it has a basis in empirical study or evidence that we are a safer society by concealing guns under the guise of protecting ourselves.
Spiegelhoff says allowing concealed weapons would change how he lives his life.
I believe, and I can only speak for myself, that I will be forced to ask people who I interact with, do you have a gun? Because that changes the nature of my conversation with them.
Galloway hopes one of the proposals will go before the full Senate for a vote by next month. In Wausau, Laura Smith, Fox 11 News.
Wisconsin and Illinois are the only states that do not allow the carrying of concealed weapons. The legislation stands a good chance since Republicans control the Senate and Assembly, and GOP Governor Scott Walker has indicated that he supports this idea.